So about this hair typing situation. What? The only good thing that I see about this whole hair typing for B, for C, the whole 1 to 4 scale situation is, first of all, to better understand your hair. You know what type it is. This is what's good for this type of hair. Where I see it becomes an issue in this natural hair community uh, is when we start using them as ways to further differentiate between us natural ladies. And for me, it's like, yeah, when you're in a community and we're all natural, we're beautiful, we're gorgeous natural women, okay, everything's great. But I feel like it's just something that we always try to do. We always try to categorize people. We always try to find, little differences, little things to be like, okay, you're with this group. All right, you're with that group. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know where else to go. I use the heading in like all of my videos 4B4C. And the reason why I do that is because I want to not only, attract those type of naturals, like myself who have that type of hair just so they can see. Because I know when I was, going through my whole YouTube phase, I was just obsessed with YouTube because I just wanted to know, okay, how do I take care of this? How do I do this? And all that stuff. I wasn't like, I was seeing a lot of beautiful natural women, of course, and I'm like, wow, that's such a great hairstyle, and it's just, it looks great, and I would try it, and it just wouldn't work for me, and like it's not something that didn't click right away. I'm like, okay, like my hair just doesn't do that. That's fine, but it just is easier not with like the chart. Now I'm like, okay. So I know that my hair falls in that spectrum or along that line, 4B, 4C. So when I see women like Black is Beautiful, for example, and I see her type of hairstyles and I try what she does, and it works for me because we have relatively around like the same type of hair. But don't get me wrong, I still watch like, for example, Natural 85. We don't have the same type of hair. She's more of a like 4A or something. Her curls a little bit looser than mine, but I watch her all the time. She talks about her regimen. She talks about what's good for your hair. At the end of the day, like that's what's really important. Keeping our hair healthy. The styles are just a plus, honestly. Like when you go to these videos and you're like watching these women and everything, keep that in mind that like their style might not look exactly, the same on your hair texture because you don't have the same hair texture. Now, does that mean that you're just limited and you just can't do like this style, that style, whatever? All of the styles that I've done, I've manipulated it and like just formed it into something that worked for me, that worked for my hair. It took me forever to get this bun, to figure out how to like understand how to manipulate my hair, how to form my hair, what are the type of things I should do in order to achieve a bun. Like at a point, like I was like, is my hair long enough? Like what is going on? Why am I not getting it? Or whatever. But my hair was definitely long enough. I hadn't watched someone who had my type of hair texture in order to kind of like get the style really quick. Like, okay, that's what she did. So this will most likely work for me. I mean, all of these hairstyles are through trial and error. You have to try something out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's not the end of the world. The puff is like the go-to style for like most naturals. Throw your hair in a puff. When you get time again, you're going to try to style again and see if it works again. It doesn't mean that because you have this specific hair type or that specific hair type that limited to just like one style or two styles, or I can't do a twist style because I don't get that really curly, you know, big definition. I'm looking for like the big voluptuous curls and like all that stuff. You need to just understand that your type of hair won't give you that specific look. But that doesn't mean that the look that your hair will give you isn't something that you can rock and look fabulous, just as fabulous as the person who you were watching on YouTube who doesn't have the same hair type as you, who look just as good. It's just another version of that style. It's still a twist out. It's not as defined as that person, but it's still a twist out. And like it'll still look good, you know? So yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to come on here and kind of talk about that because I'm looking at a lot of these videos and a lot of like these comments. Not even the videos. The YouTubers that I watch, like none of them are like drama people. Like, oh my gosh, let me start some stuff on YouTube or whatever. Like they're not those types of people. But the comments that I read like off of these videos, like to each other, like people who are just commenting and like starting a whole freaking conversation under the video that has nothing to do with the person who's in the video or like anything like that. It's just y'all are serious out there. Anyways, these comments are just like, honestly, 4C hair, it's only good for dreads. Like, you can't do nothing else with 4C hair. You can really? Majority of my hair texture is 4C. I have 4B in there because it's like the front, like bang type area, and like the middle of my head that's like a little bit looser. But the sides, the back, all of that's 4C. And honestly, it is my 4C type hair that gives me the most amazing styles. 4C hair is the one that can be manipulated the most, the one that I can get the best definition from. Like, I get the best twist outs with my 4C hair, braid outs with my 4C hair. My 4B hair follows suit. I can say my 4B hair gives me like really great Bantu knot outs, for example, because I like kind of the stretched Bantu knot out look. So because it's already a looser curl, I get um that like kind of loose, voluptuous, stretched out look because in that middle section. But that doesn't mean my 4C hair can't stretch after like a couple of days. I might get the stretch version right away in like the middle front section, and then the back will take like maybe 2 or 3 days to like stretch out as long as my middle and front section. But my 4C hair is the one that just gets the styles. Like, that's what I want to do. Oh, okay, that's what you want to do. Done. I really don't understand all this issue with the hair typing. I understand as far as get information out there in order to help people who have that same type of hair texture find you on YouTube. That's why I put it in my titles. They find you and they're like, okay, this person has the same hair type as me. Let me see what they do to their hair, in order to see if I can get that same style or whatever. But as far as like regimen or like anything like that, just like health tips, like my pre-poos and all that stuff. You don't have to be a 4B, 4C hair to do like the Greek yogurt and honey pre-poo. Like, that's for everyone. You don't even have to be natural. That works on perm hair. Where I think the issue is where people take hair typing in order to like categorize people in a negative way. Like, now they're placing a value on that 4B, 4C hair and putting it into a value system, which is more like a negative value system because it's used to just further differentiate, people from each other. And I think that's just like human nature. That's just something that we do. And, the world would be probably a lot better if people didn't really do that all the time. But yeah, so I just wanted to rant about that. Love your hair. Love the type of hair that you have. And I'm mostly talking to my 4A, 4B, 4C people because that's just, first of all, I'm 4B, 4C. So clearly I'm going to have more of an opinion on that end. And also, it's because the comments that I've seen between the people amongst themselves have been comments about the 4B, 4C categories, and they're the ones that are mostly negative. So that's why I'm more like addressing to my 4 crowd. You can fix a style and adapt it to your hair type. It's going to take time. It's going to take trial and error. But that's with everything in life. So I really don't see why people are so hype about this. I just wanted to rant about it. It's something that's been really bothering me because I love my hair. Like, nobody can tell me anything about my hair, honestly. What can I do? What am I supposed to do with my hair? I can't get this look, can't get that look. Subscribe. I can show you a lot of looks you can get. But no, seriously, you guys should subscribe to my channel. There's 1,000,001 videos out there of, somebody like me who's just like, let me go on YouTube and let you guys know what I think about the situation. And, I don't care. So, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.